Hey, I'm practicing a drill with this orange whip trainer that I consider to be kind of the glue of a great golf swing. Whether or not your mechanics are poor, fair, or really good, I think this idea tends to give you a significant upgrade to the quality of your ball striking. So let's talk about that right after this. Hey, this is Steve from hititlonger.com. I continue my journey to hit the ball longer and straighter than ever before. I hope to bring you with me and show you how to. Hey, let's take a look at a couple of golf swings that you'll definitely remember. These are two of the maybe most beautiful, smooth golf swings of our lifetimes, and that's Payne Stewart, you'll remember, and boy, was he good. Was he a smoothie, smooth and powerful? The other one, Tom Purtzer, another super smooth, powerful swing. He actually would be voted year to year by his own peers as having the best golf swing on tour. But if you look at them from the down the line angle, as I'm showing, you're going to see that they maybe didn't have the most ideal rate of face closure. You can see a little bit of toe flip, a little bit of the hand path working more to center field in their follow-throughs. So some people would think or tell you or argue that this wasn't the most ideal way of doing it. And one top 100 golf coach that I know well has, he used the phrase when I asked him about what he thought about Tom Purtzer, he just said, wasted potential. So what was it that made swings that operated like this so effective, despite the fact that maybe you could argue they could have been better through the impact zone in terms of the face closure? And that's why we get into why I have got this orange whip trainer out today, and that is tempo. So one thing that these two golfers definitely had in common was tempo. Smooth, powerful, and rhythmic for both of them. So this is the glue. Tempo is the glue that I think will upgrade anyone's swing out there, having good tempo, the proper tempo. But also when you keep good tempo, especially when you get under a little bit of pressure, like you're playing in your club championship, that if you can maintain the tempo, I think it gives you not only the best chance to produce smooth power, but it also gives you the best chance to consistently control the club face so you don't make a big face error and go hard left and right with your dispersion. So a study of really good tour swings has yielded the information or the data that most of them swing on a really beautiful 3-to-1 tempo. Now, they don't all swing at the same time. In other words, some of them are a little quicker, some golfers on TV are a little bit slower, but pretty much as a universal law, they all follow a 3-to-1 ratio. So that would be 3 frames to the top of the swing for every 1 frame back down to impact again. Now what you're seeing there is essentially you're seeing a rhythmic pendulum action. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 seconds, or 3 beats, not 3 seconds, 3 beats to the top of the swing, 3 counts or 3 beats to the end of the swing. Now, it just so happens that you're going to see 1 out of those 3 beats get them from the top of the swing back down to impact again. So if I was counting as I was doing the drill in the intro, it would sound like this, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can see you can split my swing up into 3 beats to the top, 1 beat to impact, and then 2, 3 will finish the club going over my shoulder to the finish. So it's a rhythmic 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're just catching that 1 beat from the top of the swing down to impact. It's almost as if you're swinging with gravity. Watch this, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very rhythmic, almost like a waltz. You're out in the ballroom, doing a waltz, which is on a 3 count. Another interesting fact is if you let that thing swing back and forth with gravity, it almost goes at the same rate as your heartbeat. Almost. It's very similar to the beating of your heart. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Each time it swings would be a heartbeat. Every time this orange ball swings past the ground, it's like the beat of your heart. It's pretty darn close. So a lot of swings on tour will match nearly up to the rate of their heartbeat. Really interesting stuff. Now here's an interesting contrast between when the guys on TV start getting their tempo bad and when the average guy out in the world, on the driving range, the average guy who's playing in front of you today or tomorrow, the average guy on TV, when he gets going wrong, like for example, when Tiger Woods was really struggling with his swing, maybe 5 to 8 years ago, really hitting the ball all over the map. For him, he was actually swinging faster than 3 to 1. He was like 2.5 to 1. So his swing, rather than looking like this and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, was starting to look a little more like this and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you can see he was kind of rushing the end of the backswing and getting a little too quick in the change of directions. And again, it's that glue I'm talking about where he started to have real difficulty getting the face to be really square at impact consistently. And of course, started missing fairways really, really wide, like really uncharacteristic for him. But what's interesting is the average amateur golfer out there, some people will get quick, but generally the average golfer out there swings on a 4 or even a 5 to 1 count. So it almost looks like this and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So generally the average guy out there swings their backswing and their takeaway in their backswing are simply too slow. And that makes them end up not being rhythmic, which being rhythmic and having it flow like a dance step, not only is them making it harder for them to square the face consistently, but it's also costing you a ton of power. So a lot of the students I work with, when I can get them back on a 3 to 1 ratio, especially on a more brisk one, it's unbelievable how fast they can swing, how much more club head speed and distance they get almost instantly. Also, when you get in a pinch and you're shooting for a really good score, maybe you're playing in a match with somebody, and you can just do tempo swings at a 3 to 1 while you're on the tee, waiting to hit your next shot, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And just do a rhythmic swing with a nice deep breath and think more smooth, think more slow. Slow will be smooth and smooth will be fast. You'll shock yourself at how slow and rhythmic and yet the club head speed will be flying. And in that match, you'll feel like you're hitting easy, but you're actually going to hit it really far. It's all about the club head speed moving fast, but that sometimes when the swing is good, it doesn't feel fast. It feels slow and rhythmic. So what I will do is I will do a number of swings with this each day to kind of establish my ideal rhythm. Of course, this is going to make me tend to slow down too, but then what I will do is I'll grab a club and I will repeat the same exercise. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I might do is put an emphasis on that second 1 beat. And so you'll see I'll start to add some acceleration while staying in the same 3 to 1 tempo. And that would look like this. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you see I'm turning on the gas at just the right time to make the club travel. You should have been able to hear the swoosh on that one, really picking up acceleration while staying in the count. That's what we're trying to do. That's what Payne Stewart did. That's what Tom Pertzer did. Other guys like Fred Couples, people whose swings I admire. This is exactly what they did to reach really high club head speeds while still remaining looking very smooth and effortless. That doesn't just happen on the first tee. It's something that you're going to drill over time, and slowly, hopefully, you'll get rid of that 4 or 5 to 1, or maybe in some cases the 2.5 to 1, a Zorro swing I call it, and get on a nice kind of gravity assisted, accelerating moderately, smoothly tempo that you see in the swings that over your lifetime you've probably admired the most, but maybe you didn't know why. So this 3 to 1 count drill, excellent exercise to warm up to every time, to establish a good rhythm for the day. Excellent drill with some deep breaths before you play each hole of a match, just to keep you on tempo, which I believe will give you a greater chance to produce easy power and to control the club face. So even if you've got a little bit of a temperamental club face going through the impact zone, highly open to closed, I think this is going to give you your best chance at keeping that ball out there in play for 18 holes. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I hope this video is beneficial to your game, and if it did, I hope you'll give it a like and subscribe. I'm Steve. Don't forget to visit my website, hititlonger.com, and as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I will see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Don't forget to check below for a link to this fantastic training aid, and everybody take care.